jury selection's been amazing. The candidates are being asked about their own connections to or impressions of an array of celebrities, and with no explanation why, at least not yet. The parlor games have begun, my friends. Everybody is trying to connect the dots between the shiny, famous names and the beleaguered rap star Diddy.
I went to a seminar about death.
Okay, you have to tell me. You're just telling me this now.
I know, yeah.
Please share. Why?
I have a friend.
Why were you there? And what did you learn?
I learned that no one really dies, and that, it's just an experience in the physical form, and we're attached to our personalities, but that we're just souls, and that we continue and continue and continue.
Never ain't know what type of monster he was.
Lauren? No, I'm saying Lauren introduced me to Puff.
Oh, got you.
I mean, I knew Puff, but it was more of a personal relationship after, we was at Cassie's birthday.
You know what I'm saying? Like, Nip had no ego. So, you know what I'm saying? Like Nip came to me and said, I want you to mentor me. I want to get into real estate. I want you to teach me all your, your business secrets. You know what I'm saying? I was like, whenever you got questions, pull up. And then on his last album, people do not know this. Somebody tried to jerk me, but I fixed it. I actually am one of the executive producers of Nipsey Hussle's last album.
Victory Lap.
Yeah,
Diddy's team just dropped tapes of Lauren London, and it's explosive. People are saying Lauren had a role in Nipsey's death. She supposedly snitched on her own baby daddy. Rumor has it this whole thing was a setup from day one, and now the truth is leaking out. If you've been watching Hollywood gossip, none of this is a surprise. There are wild tapes going around, big names caught up in Diddy's shadowy world.
You're saying that there's tapes and they're being
Yes, there have been people already shopping.
We've heard about the tapes, but
yes.
The shopping thing is
Yes, there already have been tapes leaking around Hollywood, being shopped around to individuals in Hollywood.
We heard about the tapes, but the shopping? That's real. Tapes are leaking, being passed between industry insiders. These aren't just party clips. No, we're talking shady deals, illegal stuff, and jaw-dropping freakouts. A lot of the celebs didn't even know they were being recorded. Veterans like Jaguar Wright and Gandil have been warning that the truth was coming.
Here and told y'all there was activity on the dark net. Videos were being distributed and were going to be sold for profit because the diddler needs the money. Did I not say that? Right here.
Bruh, those people who was caught at Diddy party did not know that he had 250 tape recorders in that house. Now, that's a big house, but he had 250 tape recorders.
Diddy's trial is live, and chaos is exploding. Celebrities are getting dragged into his alleged crimes, dark parties, and twisted business. Most stars admit they hit Diddy's parties but deny sticking around for the after-parties, where the real mess happened. You don't keep coming back to a shady place unless you're part of it. Lauren London's name came up day one during jury selection. Jurors were asked about Kanye, Cassie, Lauren, and more. Now the questions fly. Why was Lauren named? Is she connected to rumors about Nippy's death? Was she loyal or playing both sides?
Are people forgetting it was her and Lauren London? I just find it so funny how people are always omitting names and not really looking into the true facts.
Here's the core. Nippy's death wasn't random. It was a power move. Nippy wasn't just another rapper. He was growing fast, breaking industry rules, moving like a king, not a pawn. That scared some top dogs. After Diddy's arrest, allegations claimed Diddy ordered the hit. Nippy was 33 when shot 10 times outside his Marathon store on March 31, 2019. Eric Holder got 60 years for pulling the trigger, but whispers say he was just a pawn. The real boss? People point at Diddy. Jaguar Wright's been shouting about it. Diddy allegedly knew way more than we thought. But here's where it gets crazier. Diddy didn't act alone. He had someone close to Nippy feeding him info, someone no one would suspect. And all signs point to Lauren London.
Up with the biggest rapper at the time, everything's great. By the way, isn't she? Lauren is the one that introduced Nip to Diddy. Diddy couldn't even get to Nip, even though he had ties in L.A. It was Lauren that brought Nip to him.
Nippy confirmed this on The Breakfast Club before he died.
I ain't know what type of monster he was. Lauren?
No, I'm saying Lauren introduced me to Puff.
Oh, got you.
I mean, I knew Puff, but it was more of a personal relationship after, we was at Cassie's birthday.
Look at it like that, and the story flips. Fans ask, was she just a girlfriend or Diddy's inside player? Many think she was planted to watch Nippy, track his moves, maybe steer his choices. Rumors say Lauren and Diddy's bond was too tight. Some even say she was Diddy's mule or yacht girl, like Young Miami. That's why she's being called to court. Old photos show Lauren and Diddy too cozy, with Nippy stuck in the background like a third wheel. After Nippy died, Lauren told Angie Martinez it was Diddy who helped her grieve. But what Puff said next shocked everyone. Look, boo, you showed how to hold a man down. Now show them what it looks like when it all falls apart. That's your job. You don't say that unless you share a whole different kind of bond. Fans caught something wild. Lauren said Diddy called her Boo, the same nickname Nippy used. That raised serious questions. Why would Diddy use such a personal name? It gets weirder. Lauren told Angie Martinez she attended a death seminar before Nippy died. Angie was confused. Fans were shook. Who goes to a death seminar before losing their man?
Okay, you have to tell. Well, you're just telling me this now.
I know, yeah.
Please share. Please share.
Why? I have a friend.
Why were you there, and what did you learn?
I learned that no one really dies, and that it's just an experience in the physical form, and we're attached to our personalities, but that we're just souls, and that we continue and continue and continue. And if you have a spiritual relationship with someone on Earth, you will have one with them when you leave Earth. So I did this 2-day seminar on death.
And this was how long ago?
I had to be 25.
What sent you there? Do you find that weird though?
I'm weird.
No, it's not weird that you would go. It's almost like you were preparing yourself for what you would have to deal with.
Well, I told you I didn't have connection to Earth at a young age.
I know, but you don't find that as you were preparing yourself for what you were going to have to deal with.
But that we're all going to have to deal with.
Something was coming? Sounds like she knew something was coming. Like when Diddy bought a gold coffin for Kim Porter months before she died. Look at how Diddy got close to Nipsey. It feels orchestrated. Nippy moved solo, no big industry ties. Lauren had connections. After she introduced him, Diddy jumped into Nippy's career. Diddy helped with Victory Lap, Nippy's biggest album.
You know what I'm saying? Nip had no ego. So, you know what I'm saying? Nip came to me and said, I want you to mentor me. I want to get into real estate. I want you to teach me all your, your business secrets. You know what I'm saying? I was like, whenever you got questions, pull up. And then on his last album, people do not know this. Somebody tried to jerk me, but I fixed it. I actually am one of the executive producers of Nipsey Hussle's last album.
Victory Lap.
Yeah, Victory Lap.
Biggest album. Fans once saw this as a blessing. Now they wonder if it was a trap. Gandeal, Diddy's ex-bodyguard, just dropped a bomb.
Now, you taking a spiritual person who's asking for something. He said, I wanted that same feel as life after death. That same feel was that Biggie got and he went on to sell about 10 million albums. Or 10 million copies. I was saying, you gotta watch what you say to demons. Because it just might come true.
Gene says that request was Nippy's biggest mistake. Once Diddy got involved, he hooked Nip deep. Suddenly, Nip was spending more time at Diddy's mansion than the studio. That's when everything shifted. Nip looked stressed, tired, different. The theory? Diddy saw Nippy as a threat. Smart, independent, unstoppable. You can't control that kind of power, so you remove it. But someone had to open the door, and many fingers point at Lauren. So what did Lauren know? With those tapes leaking tied to Diddy's inner circle, maybe she wasn't just grieving. Maybe she was covering up what really happened. Now Lauren's been called to court. Maybe answers are coming. The internet's reaction? If Nip was weak, he'd be alive. But he stayed 10 toes down. That's why his time ended early. Evil loses, always. One reader sees it clear. Lauren had a hand in it, She wasn't supposed to get that money. She just got out of that Puma deal. Diddy and Jay-Z swap lives and steal souls. Her hurt wasn't real. Nip's fans cried more. She never shed a tear. Nobody's that hard after losing a soulmate. The energy is off. What do you think? Drop your thoughts below. And if you thought this was wild, subscribe and click the next vid.